right, we want to give y'all a little history on how we came up with this. We have been, like we said, been getting together for like at least 40 years. And look, here's something that's really interesting. We're from Detroit, originally from Detroit. We live in Detroit. We moved down here in the 80s. This is what's so funny. We moved down in the 80s. We still, we're Detroit fans. We came down here. I think at that point, Keith, before we came down, you were a Dallas fan. Everybody loved Detroit, but we all had our own teams. And Keith was a Dallas fan. Todd was what?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah. And look, I was Miami.
Yeah, we from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and we all winning team. We all won the Super Bowl. We still Detroit fans, but we get down here, right? And what's so funny is, I always hated Dallas. Todd probably hated Dallas, but King loved Dallas. When we get down here, all of a sudden, King, what happened to you?
Them fans.
I was just gonna say, when they told me they ain't really even need me. And I should be thankful that they allowed me to be a Cowboy fan, Patrick. You know what I mean? It's almost like they saying it's almost like in the church when they ask you to come on down and be a Cowboy fan if you want to step the Cowboys as your team forever and ever. And then after a while, they were champions. Hold on, remember when we came down here, they were champions. They was winning champions for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And they won a couple more, 3, and we
about two or something when we came down here.
I think
they ended up winning 3.
We was down here when they did 3.
Yeah, because 2 with Jimmy Johnson, and then one with what's his name? Switzer. Yeah. We went through all that. Yeah, and all that time. Yeah, and all that time we were Detroit fans. Because I remember we used to get together, come over your house. You stayed over there. We used to come over there and watch the games. Remember that time Washington took us out?
Yeah.
But
we've always watched. Anytime we could watch the Lions game, we watch it.
Yeah, and we got together. We stayed together as family, and watched. And so last year, and there plenty times, and y'all gonna remember this plenty times. Everybody would be talking about, hey, this is Detroit's year, and I was the biggest critic all the time. I was like, oh man, get out of here, and y'all used to beat me up about it. Remember? Detroit winning the NFC this time.
But you did say, but you always said one thing: we need to fire the owners. And until then, you would be saying that for 20 years. You would always,
yeah. And so and then going into last year, they were saying that Detroit, was going to be a contender. And then at that point, when we were really talking about planning on how we can get together that last season and start watching the games, we came up with an idea. Hey, y'all, let's do a YouTube channel. Let's have some fun with this. And we talked about it. Remember, we was texting back and forth and stuff. And everybody said, yeah, let's do this. And then we were thinking of some names, and we came up. That's how we came up with the name You Got to Be Lying. And it was good because it's just a play on words. Go ahead, Todd. What you say?
Yeah, that fit perfect for the season, and all the time we've been watching it. We would always think they were going to do something, and every year, you got to be lying. It's not going to happen. But you could turn that around now because winning championships now that's the new thing.
Yep.
People still going to say you got to be lying.
Yeah, thinking we got to be lying. That's So it's right on that. Yep. I mean, we've been in the ICU room for 30 years. I mean, so it's like you said, but we've been steady fans, always supporting our team, no matter what, rain, sleet, snow.
Yep.
We supporting our team. So it ain't no surprise that now that they come around to be we're about to be a Super Bowl team now that, I mean.
We ready, yeah.
We're going to be there. We need to all be there to see it if we go to the game. Well, hold on, y'all.
We're going to the game.
It's in New Orleans this year.
Oh, really?
You know the Super Bowl in New Orleans this year.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's close.
We need to try to
So if all else fails, we got at least tailgate.
Yeah, for sure. And it's ironic, and it's just really something that, like, if I were to come to you and say, hey, Detroit won the NFC Championship game last year, and y'all be saying, what? You got to be lying. No, but we did it. And,
it's almost like when they was talking about this is the same old Lions. We kept saying same line. We was like, no, this ain't your granddaddy Lions. This ain't your father's Lions. This is new. Even you was kept being skeptical, saying, no. And I kept saying, we got the best GM, we got the best coach, we got the y'all. You was like, you got to be lying. I was like, no. We got now look at us. We really got one of the best organizations in football. We went from the worst organization in football 4 years ago So about to be a Super Bowl contender. Should have won it last year.
Yeah. And we're gonna touch on that. We're gonna do it in the next few episodes. No, you're good. We're gonna touch on all that. We're gonna touch on all that. We're gonna touch on a lot of things. We're gonna touch. Of course, we're gonna touch on the draft. Next couple episodes. This quarterback so-called situation we got. We're gonna bring you some history moments. Talk about some old players that some of you youngsters might not know about. And like Detroit is a team that they would change the rules for. And if you look at some of the history moments that we were showing back during I call it our test pilot season last year, some of those people you probably didn't know about. So it's good to check the history moments. We're gonna have some interviews. We're gonna go out and we're gonna go to some games and talk to some people of some of our opponents. Have some fun with
some
it.
Some of the opponent fans and some of our fans.
Yeah, have some fun little skits. The thing that we decided on is it's not gonna be so much stats driven that we bore you to death. We're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be entertaining. Some of it's gonna be live, some of it's gonna be, recorded. We can go back and edit it. We just gonna have fun with this and we just gonna roll with it.